And we are back, people. What is up?
How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Hyde.
Sonic here, and as per usual, it's time for another BBTAG podcast. And full disclosure, yes, even though Smash Ultimate is less than 10 days away, we will still continue to do this. Because who knows, BBTAG might actually regain popularity later down the road.
And today's discussion of this,
We're kind of following up on the last one, with the cross combo system. We're mostly just going to be taking the time to go into depth on the cross combo system in general, how it's utilized, and overall the pros and cons of the system as a whole.
yeah.
And this time we're starting off with some actually good music.
Whose theme is this one now?
Jen's.
Yeah.
I just barely prefer the Chrono Phantasma remix, but that's beside the point.
Perfect remix of Jen's theme is better. Change my mind.
Well, kind of fitting they have an intro given the color scheme. Yes, thanks to what I showed in a couple of podcasts ago, Hyde now has a reason to play Labras. Oh, that's a bad start. But yeah, the cross combo system is a very interesting one.
Right there was my interpretation of me getting body.
Jesus Christ. Now, if only Yukiko actually had a way to take advantage of it. Blind spot. Okay, that has throw and bowl. I actually never knew that has throw and bowl.
That was funny. You gotta remember it.
Yes, yes indeed.
Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. That's step. Damn it. Oh, let's go try to do a solo Labyrinth combo shit, but I gotta do the tactics mode of Labyrinth.
Yeah, you have yet to understand a lot of the bread and butter she has.
Yeah, instead of doing that, I went in blind.
See, this is why you always look into tactics mode and then start labbing shit out. But yeah, the cross combo system, as Hyde tried to demonstrate, it's an interesting one. So long as you have your assist character out and at least half of an assist meter, which is basically at least being blue, you can enter cross combo, which is a very interesting mechanic. Basically, you're able to utilize both your main active character and your assist character at the same time.
With your assist character helping you doing damage.
And you're going to be able to switch between the two due to active switching. This can actually set up some really creative combos. Now, the thing is with cross combos, you can use them in two different ways. The obvious one is for actual combos, but most people will prefer to use it for pressure. Pressure and sandwich situations, usually.
With me, I usually went with the pressure.
I kind of prefer a mix of the two myself, but that was an accidental active switch, and I'm not going to be able to 9. Thank you, I guess. What the fuck was that?
Ouch.
And also, as you can see, so long as you do a distortion before your cross combo meter runs out, you will actually trigger the resonance versions. Thanks for demonstrating.
You're welcome. Ah, shit.
Now, I would try and demonstrate proper combos, but I can't 9. Nice, good call.
I don't like where this is going at all.
Smack. I tried to get greedy with the Astral, but I forgot I was holding B.
I got greedy as well. I should have just said that, you know, bitch that.
Or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But in general, with cross combos, the main thing is, let's talk about the pros and get this out of the way right now. It opens up a lot of freedom with the game's mechanics, being able to fully explore like a lot of different combinations and figuring out some really unique stuff you can do with these characters, and I really like that. In general, it's just one of my favorite things about the game, but it's also one of my least favorite things about the game at the same time. Because, yes, it opens up for a lot of creativity, but at the same time, the main issue I have with it is a lot of the pressure situations just end up being throw the assist out in neutral, just random cross combo, and not even use it for actual combos. Which, Hyde, you may know this already, but this kind of goes into something I was mentioning earlier. And I think we mentioned this on the last podcast, like, regarding, like, what made the meta what it was. And it's that because of this, you usually see, like, very much similar characters on a team, and most teams will just build around cross combos, and it gets kind of iffy.
We could also talk about DP. Well, we could talk about DP next time, but
No, DPs are just more like the obvious thing, which basically anyone who knows even the smallest thing about fighting games already knows this mechanic.
yeah.
We already know what we're discussing next time, but that's beside the point.
At the same time, it's how did I miss?
That was a good mix-up, though.
I had a thing going too. Ow.
I almost had something going there, but that would have been an example of a cross combo itself.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm respecting that because I know you're safe.
There's Colin after coming along. Yep. Oh.
Why is that so inconsistent? That particular Astral is such a pain in the ass to land, don't lie.
It is.
It's unnecessarily a pain in the ass.
It's basically hard to put into a confirmed combo, but at the same time, it's so well earned.
Yeah, it just looks amazing, but we're going to refresh for a second after we get the double randoms going.
Yep.
Alright, let's see who we get, and then we'll refresh. Oh, wow. Well, this is the Labrys episode, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
Alright, refreshing right now. Like I said, this is basically the Labrys episode at this point.
I'm stealing your code. I'm stealing your code.
Are you stealing mine, or am I stealing yours? Nah, knowing Jubei on point, because I actually know some stuff.
Who's got it first?
Who knows? We're about to find out, though. You stole mine, you fucker. Shit. Although, at the same time, this is oddly appropriate. Watch Blaze Blue Ultra Memory, you'll see what I mean, people. Shit, this is gonna hurt. The Jesus kick. That's how you do it.
I mistimed it. I mistimed mine.
Even then, you would have only killed Labras.
Yeah. I can't believe it, though. That was dope.
That was me just saying, yeah, no. I can do that shit too. But we have not done, like, a single cross combo in this episode yet. That's probably going to change pretty soon once I get a team I actually know I can do shit with.
Same here. Well, what do you know?
Speaking of cross combo teams, we know two people who actually use these two teams that are in, like, the higher ranks on Switch. One of which is actually a dangerous player. The other one, no disrespect, but your Azrael isn't the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say it again. The dude's really good. I just feel like his Azrael isn't the problem. It's his Gordeau.
The Gordeau is probably the most troublesome mud and chip. Oh, the Gordeau's team.
Speaking of Gordeau, he's honestly really fucking retarded, though. I'm actually gonna try and do his exact cross combo, too.
Are you gonna use a different color escape for hide? Ow. So. Ow. That hurt. No, none of that. We're on the United, of course. Alright.
There you go, Vat.
Yeah. If you could... Damn it! Oh, wait! No! Step up, residents.
Yeah, that's something you tend to not remember a lot.
Yeah. I seriously need to pop residents.
And I was just doing Gordeau's basic shit, just fishing and playing the noob way.
Oh god. Don't let me just fishing for souls.
Don't mind me just fishing for more damage than I deserve.
That's a lot of damage.
Fucking hell.
Alright, let's see how this works out.
At least I got Makoto, but you also got New. So, fuck my life.
New and Chie.
It's Chie, though. If anything, if you win this, I'm more than certain she's just gonna be the one sitting in the back, again, looking cute as ever.
Yeah, even though she is best Persona 4 waifu, but at the same time...
A lot of people will argue Rise, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, what? If anything, in my opinion, Rise is the weakest of the four. I mean, she's actually broken as a support character. I mean, legit broken, but that's beside the point. Rip Makoto's viability in this game, or lack thereof. Well, shit. And moments like that happen.
No. Like that, didn't ya? I like to point out that she has yet to take more damage that she already has. I do not know why I did that.
That's not quite as much as I could have done, but I'll take what I can get.
I just did it on purpose. That's
I could have been a real dick. You weren't falling for that a second time, were you?
No.
And I just let myself get killed. Though again, New did pretty much most of the work. Chie got like something for once, but that's the most I've ever seen her get.
Isn't bad that I know how to use Chie?
It's knowing how to use Chie is one thing. Knowing how to optimize her is completely different.
Like, I just, like, use Dragon Cake when it needed to be done. You know, I was still in the air.
By complete accident, mind you. But yeah, we're gonna refresh and then start doing actual team combinations so we can properly demonstrate cross combos.
Yeah, we should do that.
Okay, time for some team combinations.
Yeah, I'm gonna use, like my main team for this, because I know how to use cross combos them so well.
There's actually a few ways you can use cross combos, but
at the same time, there's...
yeah, there's a definitive best way, and that's for pressure. Which is kind of sad. Like, to me, because the best way to do cross combos is for pressure, we end up seeing, like, the same, like, few characters in every top 8. Where do you stand on that?
For top 8, for what?
Because of how there's one clear best way to use cross combos that we always see, like, the same team compositions.
Yeah.
Like, usually somebody with Mai, somebody with S, something like that.
Well, S is basically perfect for everybody, interactions or not, and with that...
Pretty true, to be honest. I think one of the best ways to demonstrate cross-combo versatility is going to be with Ragna Jin, actually.
Brothers. Lovely.
Again, if you hear anything in the back, pardon me. Pardon that.
It's footage. Of course, something has a gunpoint as always.
Because Hyde's assists are also retarded, but that's beside the point.
Because high assist or best assist.
A lot of people argue he's the best anchor in the game nowadays, but I'd still argue Jen. And Under Heaven Destruction, fittingly enough. But Yeah.
Is this another theme?
This is Ragnar versus Jin when you're actually...
Okay.
But when they're on... But in this game, when characters with a versus theme are on the same team, that's when that plays.
Okay. Ow. Oh, that was nice for a save.
Smart. You're actually respecting it.
No.
Welcome to the one weakness of Inferno Divider. Low invincibility. Smart. You waited.
Damn it. Damn it.
Remember to block low against that.
No. None of that. Yes. Dragon Vortex peaks 3,000. That's pretty much separate there.
And insult to injury, Snowflake. And again, I didn't get to demonstrate it.
None of us did.
But again, in general, most people will use cross combos for pressure situation, and one of the best characters to do that with, in my opinion, is Carmine.
Yeah, Colin.
His pressure alone is already insanely good, but when you combine that with cross combo sandwiching, he's actually one of the better characters to use it with.
I mean, I've been trying to do this again with Python and Narcomi. If this movie was working, I would probably use
Like if you need to go for a more meta team, this would be your go-to.
basically, yeah.
But to be honest, like, I honestly prefer using cross combos for actual combos where I can.
Yeah,
You saw it a few times in the previous podcasts, I will say that much. Reach out to the truth. Still one of the best themes in all of Persona, changed my mind.
the crossfire. I had to do. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't get me started on that freaking ad.
No, I had to actually say that. Don't judge me on that.
Yeah, whatever the case may be.
I kind of stopped.
No.
Now the Vanguard can cost me.
You tried to pressure.
Damn it.
That actually would have been a good time to do it.
I'm trying to EX slide, but that didn't work. Oh shit. Damn it.
That was just for the lulz.
He's like, ugh.
God damn it. Okay, this might not be the best idea I had. Yeah, I did demonstrate at least like the pressure side of cross combos, notably using Gordeau. But then again, he's also the worst defender of that.
It's probably best when we do cross combos is mostly because of how we put pressure on people who don't know how to use them. It's like we're actually telling them, hey, you do cross combos, you do more damage.
Okay, but I'm trying to think of like a team that's simple enough to do it with, and you may recognize this team.
Oh dear God. No.
What were you fucking thinking? Narukami has Zio, not Bufu.
I'm trying to think of a damn good teammate for Narukami.
Well, this is technically a god team because Narukami literally has a god persona and Hakumen's sword is Okami. This is literally a god team. I'm not going to say like the actual name I was thinking of because that'd be a massive spoiler. And fittingly enough, we get the Crossing Fate Persona mix. I'm going to have to refresh for a second. Right, you missed nothing. I refreshed early there because, yeah, no way we were going to finish the match in time. Because Narukami matches are all about patience. And here I thought that was unsafe. That's how you do it. There we go. There's the fast poke I was waiting for. That's like a small example of a cross combo. Obviously, it wasn't the best I could have done, but sit down.
Jerk. Ow. Yoink. Damn it, that poke is dead. Yoink.
And that's another one of my favorite ways to use cross combos, for what I like to call chain shift purposes.
It's also good for when...
Literally, the second they press a button, you can catch them with a raw distortion. It's what I call a chain shift cross combo.
Yeah.
For those who don't know what chain shift is, that's an Under Night term, which is actually very important to that game's mechanics, but that's beside the point.
Chain shift is used heavily in Under Night.
It is actually a core mechanic and pretty crucial, but we're getting off topic. Like, that was like small examples of cross combos, but let's start talking about the way they use them for pressure.
Alright, don't use that for game guys. I use that for pressure.
I think honestly one of the best examples of this
What would that be?
I have a really stupid idea.
Ultimate Carmine?
Yeah, this might work. I'm not too sure. Both good for pressuring, both good for combo extensions. It comes down to preference at that point.
Yeah. Wow.
See, there you go. You're sticking out the fast buttons.
Yeah. That didn't work out as planned. Ow. Okay, there we go.
That kind of situation right there would have actually been the perfect way to set up a sandwich.
Just damage, of course. Just put down.
That's a case of what we consider cross combo baiting.
Yeah.
Call the assist to bait with distortion, and then cross combo to save the assist. Most high level players, however, will not fall for that, so keep that in mind.
It's good to save a teammate from dying. It's also at the same time, it's also good for fading out loud for the attack.
Yeah, but again, most high level players won't try to react with the raw distortion, unless they absolutely know you can't cross combo, so keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Like, there's a few situations where I would have been able to set up a sandwich, but you weren't blocking the correct way.
Now let's see. You know, I want to go with this kind of thing right now.
This is gonna be the last one before we like wrap things up and give our final thoughts.
Yeah.
I have to bring this one out at least once somehow.
Ah, damn it.
What did you do?
I think I was advertised.
You went wrong though, Hyde. God damn it.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
But as a whole, in my opinion, I think the cross combo system is a very interesting thing. Again, it opens up a lot of freedom, but I feel like its biggest con is that in general, because it's considered best for pressure, most teams in high-level play are getting built around that, so we start to see mostly just a lot of the same old characters.
Oh god, I just thought of something.
You got a problem with that? Disconnect.
Disconnect.
Oh, Jesus. Lambda, do your thing. Like, that's a situation that's good for sandwich setups.
Yeah, that's kind of. I'm getting combo sandwich.
That wasn't true, but I'll take it. But that's kind of an idea of what cross combo sandwiches are like, just so you know. And also you'll see some people use them like this. Nice call. Not gonna have enough time.
I got no time. I think I gotta do down there.
The easy Yoi shenanigans. But yeah, that was an example of a sandwich situation involving active switch. I finally got to show one of those. But right, with that, we're going to be refreshing and then giving our final thoughts. Alright, we're about to wrap this one up fairly soon, so to give our final thoughts on the whole cross combo system, let's start with the pros. It opens up a lot of freedom with the game's mechanics and allows for full exploration and a lot of creativity. Yeah, it's always just really satisfying to be able to end the game with those kinds of things. But then, in general, cross combos in general are a lot of fun, and they open up a lot of options. The downside is pressure is clearly the best one, so most teams end up getting built around that as a result.
I don't have no coming on my team. What the hell?
I have my music set to random always. What do you mean? Not that I'm complaining, it's reach out to the truth.
True.
But I'm Cheng. But in general, where do you stand on the cross combo system overall?
The cross combo overall is great for dealing good enough pressures.
When you try to anti-air and then you realize that's a frame trap. That was fake as fuck, but I don't care.
That was dope, though. Gotta admit.
It was fake as fuck, I'll say that.
No.
That's kind of another example right there.
That's kind of cool, but that.
Fucking hell.
That's the first thing. That's the thing high.
Shit, I didn't get it out in time. Now, if you had popped Resonance at some point, nice. Caught me low guarding. See, that's what I mean. That's a good time to condition for 5Cs.
Oh shit, no, I didn't come. I didn't cover. Shit. You can play that game. Oh, wait, you don't.
Okay, it didn't recover in time. Good. But in general, like, just get back on topic. What's your overall final take on the cross combo system as a whole?
It's good for pressure, good for sandwiching, and also good for damage, but at the same time, there's also the cons of how it can work against you as well.
You always have to consider that you might not be able to burst in a lot of situations. That's where the strategy of using cross combos lies. It's a matter of risk versus reward. But here's the issue, and I think this is probably the biggest con with this system. The pressure you get off of it is so rewarding that there's barely any risk whatsoever.
Yeah, the rewarding from it is great, but at the same
It's
time,
almost too good, in fact, and that's the problem.
like you say, you train so hard to just get the cross combos down. At the same time, someone else knows
But at the same time, this actually goes into something we talked about last time. The fact that cross combos in return become so important can actually turn some people away from the game as a whole.
Yeah.
You know what the sad part is? Despite the fact that IMO, Dragon Ball FighterZ, has less balance, we see more team variety there than we do here.
Yeah.
And it's again because of the way cross combos work. this is pretty much gonna be the last one.
Yeah.
Just so we have enough time to get into the next one, because we already have an idea of we already know what we're doing next time.
Yeah. Ow, ow.
Safe jump setup.
I don't care if I lose, but this fucking song is great. I don't care if I lose. I just love this heist theme. Not what I wanted, but okay. Fucking hell. What? Alright.
Oh, I thought you were going for 5C there.
That's already again.
Every time I drop that today. Oh, I was going for it raw. I don't care. I don't know what it is today, but I've been dropping that one all the time. Kind of a good thing I'm getting rusty now, so I can. No, I was gonna end it in style, and then kind of panicked. No, I panicked. I could have landed it right then and there. I just panicked hard. But yeah, just to give our final verdict on the cross combo system as a whole, again, great idea just for allowing for a lot of creativity, but its biggest downside is the reward for pressure over like actually learning combos is way too great, to the point where more often than not so many teams end up being built around that, and that's kind of the problem. Is that because of this specific thing and how it's so important to the game, not only are some people actually turned away from the game as a whole, but those who aren't have to deal with the fact that you're mostly seeing like a lot of similar characters.
After all that, it's just like, why would you do all of this and all of this non-cross combo moves where you can transfer that into a cross combo and see how where it takes?
Like, there's always going to be a lot of potential with the cross combo system, and so many characters are definitely having a harder time to deal with it than others. Rachel, I'm looking at you. But as a whole, I like the cross combo system, but I think the pressure situations need to be toned down just a little bit.
The pressure needs to be toned down just a smidge, but at the same time, you could also get buffed.
Like, the pressure situations off of cross combos are a little bit overpowered at the moment, and that's kind of like the only downside.
Yeah, it's the only downside to it, but yeah.
But all in all, I'd say we can both agree that the cross combo system's a great mechanic. I just wish that there was a lot more, like, reason to use actual combos.
Anyway, I think that's all the time we have left.
We have a couple of minutes, but we're going to be starting up the next podcast right after this one like we usually do. Next time, we're actually going to be discussing something pretty important to not only this game, but in 3v3 fighters outside of KOF, and that is good team building.
Yeah.
That's actually going to be something very interesting to talk about, because there's a lot of different ways you can do it in this game. It's not like Dragon Ball FighterZ where you kind of want to build it around lockdown almost all the time. In this game, there's actually a lot of ways you can do good team building, and we're going to be discussing those next time. So, till then, Sonic here,
Alright.
and we'll catch you guys later.